and I was having some resistance for business meeting. Try to go into it like open-minded, this is an experience for me to kind of show up in this new energy that I'm in. But I noticed I was like resisting it, like stressing out. And she mentioned like perhaps it's the, protector part of you. And I kind of sat with it and realized, yeah, there's a part of me that's afraid I'm going to get like dragged back into old behavior or old routine. And I've just been kind of sitting with it. And, for over 15 years of my life, like constantly shutting my voice down, just giving in, going with the flow, like whatever, not really checking in with myself on how I feel or, that I even have a choice, kind of feeling like I don't have a choice. And then I noticed last night, like I couldn't stop watching like videos about healing stuff and healing modalities. And it's like, I know I need to stop that because it's like feeding that I need to fix myself mentality versus like allowing and accepting and surrendering. And so I've been kind of like sitting with like, well, what part of me is trying to do that? But I'm really noticing as I'm trying to sit with these parts, like how really deep subconscious they are, like how we almost try to block it out or we're not open to like looking at it or something.
Who is not interested in going to a business meeting? Is it adult or a child? Who doesn't want somebody else to tell you how to be?
It's not
You
me.
have to bring your adult to the front now. Let the adult lead, because adult doesn't resist business meeting. Your business depends on it. And also that that sentence you said, I'm afraid to be dragged in, as though you don't have control. You are independent businesswoman. You don't depend on anyone. You decide what you're gonna participate in or not. Only child worries about it. Giving of your power, letting others lead you. And another thing you said, the same indicator. The child is ruling right now. You keep watching healing videos, right?
Yeah.
Learning,
Yeah.
healing, right? Different modalities. Who is curious? It's not an adult. This is a child too. I want to play more. I am curious. Let me learn another modality. You need to work on the business. You need to figure out, the structure, your system, website, social
Yeah, I
prof.
did all that. Yeah.
You did
I
all
had
this.
I did care of all that and then I shut down. Like I don't want to actually do anything with it. Like I went through the motions I know I'm supposed to as a business owner, but then it was like I shut down like, and you're making sense because I did notice the last couple months I realized there was a part of me that was trying to figure out how to like handle, survive, adapt to things. So what you're saying makes sense. It could be that child part, like, hey, I'm still here. I still have a purpose, or I still want to do things this way, maybe.
Go back a little bit. You just said, I know I need to work on a business, but I don't feel like it. I shut it down. Adult is not present. Child wants to play and curious about new things. Here's the problem. We think it's just irresponsibility, but when a child was left on their own, there was maybe neglect or maybe needy parents, like single mom. Now child has to be a grown up and tend to mom's emotions. A child didn't have a chance to enjoy childhood, or maybe parents didn't pay much attention, didn't provide solid support, encouragement, and child had to figure out things on their own, be an adult, be responsible. Now, as an adult, we would think you continue to be, hyper vigilant, responsible, and all this, but you have a little breathing room now. And as this child reminds of themselves, I didn't get what I needed. So we build a business instead of continuing to work with what's working or improving. We're waiting now for the approval. So mom and dad come and say, I'm a good girl. I did good. And we're waiting and waiting. This is where the self-sabotage may come sometimes. If this is the case, you have to do it yourself or join some support group where other people can tell you you are doing great. Melanie, you're doing great. I know you for a few years and I see such a change when you were very, I'd say, neurotic, and you had high anxiety, and your even the way you spoke and you held yourself, there was a lot of chaotic energy, instability, and now you're very grounded. When your voice sounds so calm and soothing, there's so much growth happened in these years. And if never anybody told you that, I am telling you this. You're doing great. Go on. Do more of great things. Don't hold yourself back. You don't need anyone's permission, approval, validation. You don't need anyone to lead you. You know where you're going. You're doing great.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. And I, like you're saying, the neurotic, I think that's what I feel like keeps trying to like creep up in. And then it makes me feel neurotic about it. And the other interesting thing is like almost this resistance to not wanting people telling me I'm doing a good job or validating, because I feel like that is the old me, the old roles and things. And then you also mentioned like the playing part. You're right. I didn't get to play. So, and there is a part of me that does want to like go out and have fun and do things, but then I'm like, oh, I can't because I don't feel good, or I go out, I go back and forth to these different parts. So I do very much appreciate you sharing what you
So
shared, because like it
you
gives me.
have to parent that inner child and create structure. If you are a responsible adult, parent with wisdom and knowledge, what would you do? You'd create a nice routine, create a structure, a space for play, a space for sleep, a space for learning. This is what you need to do for your inner child. Create a schedule.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because that is exactly how I am with people's children. And you don't think about it. Oh, is this right? Or how does it make them feel? It's just what it is, and that's how it should
Yeah,
be.
and children love it.
Yeah. And actually, kids have given me feedback. Like they enjoy being here because there's structure. Like there's something different about being with you in your house than when I'm at home. And I'm like, yeah, it's called structure, routine. And we like, there's rules here, but we also get to have fun, and that's why I like being around the kids,
Yeah,
because
rules are
my
not
energy.
restrictions, it's just a guidance. This is the appropriate place and time to play. When you don't give it to children, there is something in the back of the mind, even of a little child, going on. Am I doing the right thing? Am I supposed to be? At any moment, that can stop. But when you are told clearly, this is our playtime, this is what we're allowed to do, children relax and do what they're supposed to do. But your inner child is no different.
But I remember you once saying to me, like, there's like this wise goddess and then like this teenager throwing a tantrum. And like I felt it. I'm like, okay. And I sat with it and I saw it. And it's almost like now I've gone past the teenage part and like need to address the kid part. And yeah, it feels weird, but I like, again, I very much appreciate what you shared, because I feel like it gives me something I can do with it, because I need to be doing things, but I can have kind of fun with it and explore and have the balance of like play, but also taking care of the responsibilities and not shutting down because I feel like I'm being forced to, or it doesn't align. Like I'm an adult, like you said, and I have a choice, and I have to like do these certain things to survive because I have bills to pay. My mom and dad aren't paying my bills, as a child. The child can't go to work. So I knew you'd help me get a little more insight into it and something to do. So thank
Okay,
you.
ladies, how to diagnose yourself? Who is leading what? Schedule like maybe 10 minutes in to do video. You can do with your phone. You don't need like formal setup. You're going to video record yourself. Don't do it on the same day all at once. You space it out. But you set intention ahead of time, like in the evening when you're going to bed. Tomorrow, when I'll have these 10 minutes, I'm going to bring forward my inner child. I want her to come forward and talk. You just want to bring her forward. Then you sit down for this 10 minutes and record yourself. You don't even have to talk. You can sit, draw, whatever, write something, do your calendar, scheduling, or talk if you need to talk. Couple days later, now my adult. I want adult to come forward. You record those in a span of few days. And then you're going to analyze with a fresh head. Okay, here's your chat. So you're turning the video on. What did you wear on that day? At the moment, you maybe didn't think of it as it was intentional choice. A few days later, you'll recognize it. What jewelry you wore? How do you look? What happened to your hair? Where did you sit? You have the whole house at your disposal. What space did you pick for yourself? What's in the background? What did you hold? What did you do? How your body was? How did you hold yourself? And then you do the same with other parts, whoever you chose to bring forward. Is it adult? Is it business person? Is it inner critic? So you can analyze. Even with the inner child, you can recognize now in which age it's stuck. Is it very little child or, like you said, Melanie, rebellious teenager? Then you know that was a place where lots of your trauma rooted. It'll give you a few insights, a way to dig. Will help you understand yourself better.